war at the end of time. They called it the final conflict, the last battle between good and evil, light and darkness, order and chaos, the war that would decide the fate of all creation. It was fought on a barren planet, at the edge of the universe, where time itself was slowing down and reality was crumbling. The forces of both sides gathered there, ready to unleash their ultimate weapons and end the war once and for all. On the side of light, there was the Alliance of Light, led by Archangel Michael. They had support of all the heavenly host, the ancient gods, the benevolent aliens, and the righteous mortals. They fought for peace, harmony, justice, and love. On the other side, there was a legion of darkness, led by the Fallen One. They had the backing of the infernal horde, the dark gods, the benevolent aliens, and the wicked mortals. They fought for power, domination, vengeance, and hate. The battle began with a deafening roar as both sides unleashed their flurries. Lasers and missiles, swords and spears, spells and curses, all clashed in a storm of destruction. The planet shook and cracked under the strain of the conflict. The war raged on for what seemed like an eternity. Neither side could gain advantage over the other. Both sides suffered heavy losses, but they refused to surrender or retreat. They knew this was their last chance to win or lose everything. As time continued to slow down, the war reached its climax. The leaders of both sides faced each other in a final duel, Michael wielding his flaming sword of justice, while the Fallen One brandishing his dark scythe of death. They exchanged blows with ferocity and skill, each trying to land the fatal strike on one another. But as they fought, they realized something was wrong. The planet was breaking apart underneath them. The sky was turning black. The stars were fading away. The universe was dying. They stopped fighting and looked around in horror. They saw armies collapsing and disappearing into nothingness. They saw their allies and enemies vanishing into dust. They saw their weapons and armor crumbling into ashes. They realized they had been fighting for nothing. There was no victory or defeat. There was no good or evil. There was only oblivion. They looked at each other with a mix of anger, regret, and sadness. They knew they had wasted their time and energy on a pointless war. They knew they had missed their chance to make peace and save creation. They knew they had failed. They dropped their weapons and embraced each other in one final gesture of forgiveness and reconciliation. They closed their eyes and waited for the end. And then there was silence.